SFM. And we got Jeremy today, which is going to introduce to us the CSS Grid framework, which is a very good tool to speed up development of HTML pages. And then Jeremy is gonna to tell us all the trick he knows, I think. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Domenico. Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to tell some basic stuff of the CSS Grid. So basically, CSS Grid is a very powerful tool to help us to do the grid system in HTML. And because it's pretty new, so it's not widely supported by all browsers. Well, I mean, like except IE. So all modern browsers are now supporting the CSS Grid. So what makes this thing so special? So let's take a look at this design. So, well, as we can see, the grids there are three kinds of blocks. So one pretty slim and square. And when I was trying to do this cut up, I was thinking, okay, this block took 2 rows, so it's gonna be pretty difficult for me to do it just in CSS. I had to use Masonry JS to do the calculations. But now we have CSS Grid, so we can do this easily and save a lot of time. And so CSS Grid, which is a 2-dimensional grid layout system, and the reason why we should use it in the future, because right now the CSS is still not that perfect, because it's only, for example, like the table, the inline blocks, the flag boxes, they are only focused on the one row, so we cannot do the layout like this one. It will take 2 rows. So, and even for the Bootstrap, as we can see, a lot of companies and organizations are using Bootstrap. It's only focused on the one dimension as well, because you have to claim one row column, container at the outside, and explain, okay, this is column 1, column 2, etc. And this is what we are doing in CineOffice. So we use SUSE and the Flexbox to do the grid system. So if we can take a look at this one. So this one is a SUSE, looks okay, right? But if the content has dynamic length, for example, like the description is pretty long, it will break the layout immediately. So we can see there are a lot of blank space around.
If you allow the box to be dynamic, to be not fixed but adaptable.
Yeah. So as a result, we have to do some limitation to this layout. For example, like we fix the height and width of each block, or fix the height of the description area. So, for example, like 30 words or something. But it cannot support the dynamic content. And so CSS Grid, and I think I should have I have a sample here. I think it's this one. So I made this layout based on the design I showed you earlier. So as you can see, it's pretty interesting and pretty close to the design. And if we go to editor's view, we can see there's no JS, just pure CSS. So as far as I can see, it's pretty powerful, and the results is pretty good. So some basics. Basically, the CSS Grid needs a container and all the children items. So the container, in the container, we should claim display grid and set up some attributes like how many columns are in this grid and how many rows, and maybe the column width or something. And in the children, we just claim, okay, where are you going to start how many grid items are you going to take? And browser support, yeah, as I mentioned, it's except IE, but looks like the Edge is taking this into consideration. So I think maybe in 1 year or maybe 2 years, the CSS Grid will become the next Flexbox, so it will be widely supported. So I think it's a good time to learn and maybe try to use it in the future.
So looking at our current browsers, which Squid supports, does that mean we can use it?
So for now we can't use it because we have to support IE11. Yeah, but maybe I think in 1 or 2 years, when we do not need to support IE11 anymore, we can definitely use this one.
Okay, so meaning in the meantime we're still going to use JS
Yeah.
to overcome.
Yeah, unfortunately we have to use some.
There is any third parties plugin that fix that incompatibility with the.
Masonry.js. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about using anyway JS. There is no. Okay. No. Okay. The trick is using JS. Okay.
Mm.
And is the CSS version, the Greedy CSS, supporting animations like Masonry does, like reshuffling the boxes?
No. This one is just a simple grid system. It just help us to arrange items. It doesn't support animation.
There is any JS layer that is compatible with this CSS grid? You can add to enhance the
just
animation?
like the Masonry.js.
Yeah, just
I don't know about it. Yeah, but I think maybe I could do some research to see if we can do this trick.
Do you have an example of the source code of that complicated layout you showed us?
Yeah, sure. And I'm going to explain the basic.
Yeah, I thought you finished already. So.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you something about the basic grid system. So as we can see, here is the simple grid system. The colored blocks are the contents inside the grid, and I marked all the grid items as gray. So as we can see, it's filled all the spaces between each blocks. So at first we should claim a container, in this case grid, and set it display grid, and we can set all the columns settings. In this case, I just make it like 4 columns layout. So it has 4 columns, and each column will take 25%. And in the grid system, it introduced a unit called FR, which means the fraction. So in this case, it calculates the whole width of this container and divided by 4. So each one of FR equals to 25%. But
so it always divides the 4 by 1. The two things. So you could technically use fraction 2, and then you would divide 4 by 2. Right?
Yeah. So if we change this to 2, it's 2 columns,
right,
and then it's evenly. And we can set each column as dynamic width. For example, like this one. So for the first column, it's 200 pixels, and the second column is 30%. Third column, 20 EM. And the last 2 are 1 fraction. So it will calculate this width and divide it by 2. So it's pretty powerful, and we don't need SUSY or some third-party JS to calculate the width for us. We can just use the fraction. It's pretty awesome.
So would you recommend in the meantime to use SUSY?
Right now we can't use CSS Grid for all our projects. So in the senior office, we are using SUSY to calculate the width. And there's nothing.
Does everyone know what SUSY is?
I think so. SUSY.
I don't know what the meaning of SUSY is, but
maybe you can show the site of SUSY.
Yeah.
it's SUSY.
So everyone knows what that was. Which field what you're talking about here, other than many you have.
Okay. Yeah, this one is SUSE. So that's what we are doing in what we are using in SceneOffice. We use this library to calculate the width of each column.
SUSE stands for supersymmetry.
Not really. I don't know.
Oh, doesn't.
Yes, it does.
What is
Okay, and
That's
then
what they say.
yeah. So this one is just a basic example of the grid system, but we can take it further. For example, like in this case, we can rearrange all the boxes. For example, I can set this first block as make this first block take 2 rows, and as you can see, take 2 rows, and box 2 and box 3 automatically fill the gaps. And we set the box 4 here takes 2 columns, and this box 7 takes 2 columns and 2 rows. And here are some basic settings for the grid item. As you can see, so the first block will start from column 1 and end at column 2. They are all the exact same setting. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And one amazing thing of the grid system is that it can actually overlay blocks. So for example, if we set box, for example, like the box 4, we can set it start from here. So you can overlay the existing boxes, which is pretty awesome, as I can see. So we can use this grid system to, for example, create some overlays. Yeah. Justify and align. Okay. So let's take a look at this box. So in this case, we can justify this whole item here. So right now it's using the stretch, which is default, and we can, for example, like end. So it will justify the item to the end, and center. Will be center. And we can do vertical line, which is one of the most annoying thing in the CSS. So we can like align to end or center automatically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which browsers you said it's still missing? I mean, obviously IE, as per usual.
Yeah, but for the latest Chrome and Firefox, they are also, and the Safari, they are also supporting this grid system.
Does it not even work in the latest IE, like in Edge or something?
It's still not partially supported in the latest IE Edge. I think it's Edge 15, but I think Microsoft has taken this into consideration, so it will be supported in the Edge 16. And yeah, and here the reference, so which is a pretty good article about all the grid settings and tricks. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'll share this. Where is it? I'll share this link to you guys. So
You can share it in the group chat.
Yeah. I shared it in the SFM room, so you can see what I did in this layout. Yeah. Hopefully I've covered all of this. Yeah.
All right. Do we have questions? Anyone has questions? Antoine maybe has questions. He has the face someone else. You sure, Antoine? No?
All right.
So yeah, I do have a question. My question is about if the content, if you do not actually um, know how much content is gonna be in a tail or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
is the structure to auto update? Like what happen if, for instance, the first tail tail on the
This
left?
one as an example.
Yeah.
So it will automatically update the rows. Which is pretty interesting. It's all
Yeah,
dynamic.
but what I'm saying is that this structure has rows and tiles.
Columns, yeah.
What if you have a structure more complicated like the one you showed in that case, that layout you showed us with the buildings?
Mm-hmm.
What if you have these like boxes that actually have like the grid you showed? If you go on the other screen,
You mean like this one?
no. Yes, this one.
This one.
So what I can identify here, you have like a one dimension of like a rectangular or square, whatever it is, and then everything else is a multiple of that. I got like a 2 end there, and then a 4 end there. Like it's like 4 by 4.
Yeah.
Then you got 1 by 2.
Yeah.
And 1. So is these things going to be managed like Mansory would be, like automatically reshuffle, or like what happens is if the tile 2 gets like content that could fit just in 2 tiles, it's gonna break it, or it will automatically adapt?
Well, in this example, this particular example, I think it will break the layout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the answer I want to know.
Yeah. But I think I can come to a solution to that. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that the SFM on today ends here. So we have learned some tricks to use native CSS new features to avoid to use a framework for the future. It's actually very interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, because that will like that is gonna save us a lot of time if we can do that. That's why Phil has been asking a question about which browser that doesn't really use this yet. So I would thank you, Jeremy, for this valuable content you shared with us, and we can close here. See you next SFM.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you.